everyone and welcome to my chit chat get ready with me. So I posted on my Instagram just if you've got any questions, beauty or non-beauty related, and I will try and answer them best I can just while I'm doing my makeup. So yeah, basically that's what we're doing. So even though I slept really well last night, I literally didn't know why. My bags are absolutely shocking. They're not even this bad when I'm like at work. Like I don't know what's going on at the moment. Let's not mention the eyebrows. I mean, I cut the front myself. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with my Healthy Glow Rose Oil. And I was so surprised like how nice it is, even though it's quite heavy, so I don't normally use it if my skin's feeling like sort of normal, but because at the moment it's feeling really dry around here, I'm just going to put a tiny bit on and hopefully it will just make my skin a little bit less flaky. Also, I moved like my filming station because I just felt like you couldn't really see me that well because the camera was focusing on like the rest of the room. So that's why I've moved and I much prefer it. My ring light's sort of working a bit better as well because it's not next to the window. So it's like a more focused studio light rather than like the natural daylight, which sometimes is nice, but when you're doing makeup it's better to have sort of studio light. I'm just going to apply a bit of my Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. Just using a little bit as I've used quite a lot of stuff on my face today. Where do I see myself in 5 years' time? That's such a tricky question. I feel like I am quite an indecisive person. By the way, sorry, I forgot to say this is the Peelowy, no it's not, this is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium Sand. I hope I'm successful, obviously. I mean, I'd absolutely love to do sort of what I'm doing now, as in sort of freelance work as well, but whether I will be able to is a different question. That's like the dream. But yeah, it's just quite a tricky question to answer. And just sort of be happy and stable and successful, but yeah, basically I'd love to do freelance. So my second question is the Grinch or Elf. No, it's just funny because anyone who knows me, but obviously like more my friends, like I don't go around telling everyone, but I really love The Grinch. Like it's like one of my favourite films. I just absolutely love it. I was being like, I literally sound like such a weird. One of my like funniest presents that I've got was my friend knew that I love The Grinch so much that she bought me some Grinch pyjama bottoms, and I've got like a matching jumper, and I got matching slippers as well. And we've both got the same. So yeah, me and my friend Evie. So yeah, that's just like a super random question, but gotta do what this question is. Who is your best friend? It's funny because obviously one of my friends has asked this, like I'm not gonna be like, say where to start. Stevie has asked me, saying she's honestly dying for a shout out. So Holly, Eve, Evie. So I've had a few questions about this, so I'm just going to put all of them together and sort of make my own question because they all basically mean the same thing. Do I regret getting my lips done, and did it hurt? So, I mean, I've only had them done once, so, and this was quite a long time ago. To be honest, I think they've all gone. Like, I really need to get them done. To be honest, it was the best. I'm not promoting it, but best thing I think I've ever done. I find it really tricky to like juggle like doing my makeup and answering questions. Like I'm just not a multitasker at all. I'm just going to use my bronzer. Now I am going to use this, so I haven't used it in ages. I got it at IMATS in London when I went with my friend Lucy. It was really good. So this is the Too Faced Natural Face Palette. So I'm going to use the Sunny Honey bronzer, which is the matte one. It literally tastes like chocolate. Not that I like eating my palettes, but you can smell it. Is my favourite TV programme. I really don't know. I love loads of different things really. I've got such a variety of like programmes that I like to watch. I do like love like The Real Housewives of Cheshire. That's definitely up there. I don't watch it Four in a Bed, so I've literally been binge watching it recently, and I just find it hilarious. Speaking of Four in a Bed, I absolutely love Come Dine With Me as well. but the only thing is it just makes me really hungry watching it, so it's probably not very good for me to watch it. Also, I'm just going to mention my hairband because I love it. I got it today. So my mum will be selling these on her website. So she's just recently launched, and she's got a shop in Wellswood called Boutique 15 and another shop as well in Paynton. She sells like clothes. I've got loads of things from there. A lot of the time when I'm at work, people ask me where my stuff is from, and majority of the time it's from there. So I will put the website just below, and please have a look because they do have some really nice things. You do get 10% off your first order as well, and these will be uploaded in the next few weeks. She's got a few different colours and styles, but yeah, I'd really recommend, and obviously support local business. I've got a question saying, what powder / setting spray would you recommend to keep your makeup in place all day? So we've had it is insane. I think it's £35, but it is amazing. Like, can't even deal. Thing is, it probably doesn't do it justice if you see it. Alexa, volume down. Very swish. You probably can't. Thing is, I don't think on video it does it justice. Like, it's literally so nice. It makes your skin look so flawless. Not saying that my skin looks flawless because that sounds a bit big-headed, but it does make such a difference. And again, I've mentioned this in the other videos where I've used it, it's perfect for any age skin. A lot of the things, like for example, this Huda Beauty powder which I used earlier, I wouldn't recommend that for an older skin because I think it's going to look way too heavy and too cakey, but this is perfect. It's just so light and it just dusts over the makeup to make everything merge. It's so beautiful. Someone spoke about me the way that I just spoke about that powder. Setting spray would be the holy grail of setting sprays, which is the Urban Decay All Nighter. This one I've got here is the Chill, but I do have both. I love it, just love it. So I'm gonna go on with my MAC Peaches blusher, which is this one. I'm knocking so many things over, obviously I've moved my table, so I've got a really small table in front of me, so I'm trying to like balance all my stuff. So I'm gonna use this Clinique brush. I don't know what brush it is, I think it's just, oh, it's just the blush brush. And just putting it over the apples of my cheeks. Give it a little smile. My next question is, why is your sister so perfect? From Sophie Williams, obviously. What part of makeup do I think is the hardest? The thing is, I think I used to find some things so hard. Like for example, winged eyeliner. Like for some reason well, no, I'd say it's probably for quite a few people, winged eyeliner is really difficult. And I just couldn't do it for like ages. But I think since working on like a counter and doing it for so many different eye shapes every day, that yeah, you just sort of get the hang of it. There were so many things I used to find difficult. I used to find doing eyebrows quite difficult because obviously I've got nothing on them, quite full brows, and I used to have some people who came to the counter, took their makeup off, and they'd have no eyebrows at all, and it's just sort of visually how and where you need to put them and how you need to do them. But yeah, practice makes perfect, definitely. I used to, before I went to college, all I had done in makeup was just watch YouTube tutorials, which is why I was so sort of passionate about doing them now. My Too Faced Natural Face Palette, I'm using the Satin Sheets colour, Luxe Highlighter brush, and Satin Sheets highlighter. So I'm just putting that over the tops of my cheekbones. So I'm just going to use my Just Peachy Mattes palette by Too Faced, using my Peaches PC10 eyeshadow blender brush. I don't really know what I'm going to go for, I literally haven't thought about it. I'm just going to take the colour Just Peachy and run that through my crease as my transition colour. I'll come a bit closer. Okay, so my favourite eyeshadow palette. Again, that's a really difficult one. I have so many favourites. I do really love the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk. I really rate that, I love it. There's like 4 colours in there which I absolutely adore, and I just think you can create a lot of really lovely looks with that. I really want the P. Louise Secret Sinner palette. I tried to get it when she had the sale on, but I couldn't. I was in the queue for hours and hours and I couldn't get it. So that's definitely on my list. else do I like? I really like, as like a whole, I really like Morphe ones, and I think they're so good for the price. I do use obviously a lot of other brands, but I do, for the price, I do really rate the Morphe ones, and they're sort of the first palettes that I started to use. I love the 35B by Morphe. That's so great for like festivals and anything like you want something a bit more dramatic. Again with the shade Peach Cobbler on that same peaches and cream brush, and just pack it on the outside of the eye. Question saying, can you do a video on how to clean your brushes? I've literally already done one. It's literally sitting waiting to be uploaded, but I keep having so many ideas that I'm just like, oh, I want to do that one next, I want to upload that one next, and I need to sort of, that's why I've set dates now. So it's going to be every Monday at 6 o'clock and every Friday I'll be uploading 2 videos a week, because I feel like if I do more than that I'm sort of drowning people like, look at my stuff. But yeah, I think 2 a week, I guess. If you want to watch them, please do. Yeah, you might find it quite entertaining. What is my favourite all-round makeup brand? That's so tricky. I love them all. I want them all. We have a very close call between sort of the Belux brands, which is Urban Decay, Lancome, YSL. So they're definitely one. Huda Beauty and Anastasia. I can't pick one. I love the lip stuff from Anastasia, Huda Beauty eyes, and sort of so many different products from the Belux range. So yeah, it's tricky. I can't decide. Sorry. I'm just gonna take this colour here and just pack it on this Zoeva Luxe Petite Crease. Just getting the excess off and just sort of packing it on the... I've got a question saying how to deal with the breakup. Holly, you're not funny. I don't want to bring it all over. All I'm going to do is put a tiny bit of pigment on to make it look a little bit more. Bring it up a little bit higher so that it shows slightly more. So I've just done like a little half. My Dole Beauty Pigment in Floss. I absolutely love this. It's really fine as well, which I find sometimes that they say and they look that they are, but they never normally are. Whereas this one's really, really fine, so it just sort of really sparkles. Eyes. So Mum just brought me in a cup of tea. What a gem. Way to get a full coverage look without caking on makeup. Just use a full coverage foundation, and I think, like I said earlier, a lot of the time you don't need to use loads and loads of a product, just use a bit of lots of different products. I think it just makes, a lot of products have like so many different benefits, so if you use lots of little parts of different products then you're going to get like a really lovely outcome. So yeah, I would say maybe sometimes less is more, and if you build it with the right brushes I think you can make it look really flawless. Yeah, not cakey. Eyebrows. So I'm just going to use the Sourcils Gel by Lancome and the 322 brow line brush by Zoeva. I don't even think I can save them. They are so bad. With this I'm just brushing upwards. I'm just taking my Lancome Sourcils styler in the shade 03. Yeah. Just running it through the eyebrows. It's basically like mascara for eyebrows. It's the best thing ever. You can get cheaper versions, but this is definitely the best one I've tried. My next question was, what is my favourite type of music? It really depends on the circumstance. Like, for example, when I'm doing my makeup, I like something quite chilled, sort of what you can probably hear in the background. But obviously when I'm out in town, it's completely different. Sometimes when I'm feeling a little bit sad, you know, put on a bit of McFly, All About You, and just feel a bit emotional. But I really don't know. I like so many different kinds of music. Don't hate me. Love a bit of JB. And like, I went to watch the film, and like, there was a few like emotional parts of the Justin Bieber film. I know. And we were like sat in the cinema like sobbing. But let's just remember we were like in like year 7. Probably wouldn't do it now. Don't like this. And also, I do actually, probably still gonna sound a bit of a loser, but I do really like the music that like my parents listen to. So like, I love a bit of ABBA and like Queen, The Beatles. I love that kind of thing. So that's worked really well. They're both just such good brow products. Like, Lancome's brow range is really underrated. Like, seriously. Go back in with my Natural Face palette and use the shade Satin Sheets again on a small brush to just highlight underneath the brow. The Zoeva Luxe pencil brush. Just this. I'm just going to put a bit of that on the inner corner of my eye as well. It's time to get this on the same. See you in 45 minutes. So concealer time. Look at how sharp it makes it. What a transformation. Small Morphe brush. This doesn't have a number on because it came in this set. And just take my Hourglass dim light. I'm just putting this over the high points of my face. Anywhere the sun would hit, so down my nose, middle of my forehead. This is such an amazing product for all ages. It's like a really sort of light highlighter, so it really just enhances the face and just really makes it glow. My Lancome lip liner in the shade Natural Mauve and just line my lip. What is my favourite food? I don't know. We're talking like a meal, we're talking about like, I don't know. I love a roast. Love a roast. With beef though, don't like chicken. Well, I do like chicken. I love chicken nuggets. But not, I don't not like keen on roast chicken. Love a good steak. I wish I could be veggie, but it's just never gonna happen. I mean, I envy people that are, but. So I'm gonna go put my lashes and I'll be right back. Oh, my Sunday best. Using the end of my Morphe brush and just patting it down all the way across. Please like and subscribe below, and thank you very much.